Hey, yo, John, we live? Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to the Rhythm and Brewz podcast with your hosts, DJ DW, Prince Latif, Lucky Lefty, and Mr. R&B Smooth.
80.
Oh, shit.
80.
This is 80.
80. Track 80. 80.
Listen to the Rhythm and Brewz podcast.
80.
What you sipping?
What you sipping on?
80.
Sipping on.
It's a D-Dub original right here.
Ooh.
D-Dub got heat.
It's all right. What?
Shut
I
up.
can hear a Q-tip on this.
Shut up.
And it begins.
Yeah.
Welcome. We are the Rhythm and Brewz podcast. I am Lucky Lefty, and to my left,
It's your boy, Mr. R&B Smooth, and to my left,
I am the Podfather of Connecticut, Prince Latif, and over there on the ones and the twos.
and the dudes.
DJ D-Dub, what's good, y'all?
what's happening?
What's happening? What you sipping on?
Listen, I got a little tequila mixture.
Okay.
So,
I am drinking this smoothie because last night was a doozy.
Same.
night was a doozy.
I'm on this smoothie mix over here. Shout out to Sankofa Cafe.
good for y'all. Good for y'all.
Well, you know, there's enough liquor around the room. You
You're
want to
absolutely
introduce our
right.
guests?
Oh, yes, definitely. All right, starting to my left, we got my man Adam Jordan, hip-hop artist, dope. Then we got another hip-hop artist, my man Unikron,
Hey.
another dope hip-hop artist. We had a couple more artists, but they could not make it. So shout outs to Crystal Lee and
Next time.
producer DJ Shavarda and Crystal Lee R&B singer. But yeah, next time.
And Netta.
Next time. And Netta.
Yeah.
So next time we'll have them on. So, you know what I mean? So we gonna get into it, man.
We're going to get into it. It's a panel episode,
Yeah,
ain't it?
it's a panel episode.
What we talking about today?
So since I got some independent artists around, I was like, yo, we need to do a panel where we get to discuss our struggles, the journey, and some of our pet peeves and things that we've encountered coming up, and also what we can do better to help progress this thing and forward our careers and unify as artists. So my first question, starting off with all of that, because I'm sure, you know, Adam has had different experiences, Unikron has had different experiences, and we've all probably had similar experiences at the same time. Like, what are like each of your like biggest pet peeves when it's come to like the support coming up, or like things you've had to deal with as an artist, as an independent artist within, you know, your city and states? So we could start, whoever wants to kick that off.
Rock, paper, scissors says shoot. Yeah, you can go first, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. Facts.
Yeah.
Right. Mhm. It would make sense.
Mm.
Right. Okay. I can hear. Yeah, I can feel you on that. All right, Adam.
I mean, to piggyback off that, it's also the artists themselves. It's not even just like with the whole fact that they're cliquey. It's like if they have a little bit of a, I guess, clout. If they have even a tiny bit of clout, or they have some streams and they have whatever. It's they kind of carry themselves like they're above you. You know what I mean? Like it's like when you're coming up with somebody, right, and maybe they get a little more steam quicker, cool, whatever, that's great for them. I'm happy for them. But it's like now you acting different because you have a little more ear to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, I understand maybe you got to be a little more protective because then people start kind of latching on to try to catch on to what you're doing. But at the same time, it's like if it's someone you've been dealing with from X amount of time, and then all of a sudden now you're starting to move a different way, it's weird. Yeah. It's definitely a weird thing, and I've noticed it a lot, especially like being an artist getting started and coming out of Bridgeport. It's like you notice that it's like, I do different music than what most artists do in the area, right? But it's just like they have, because they have a little bit more steam now. It's they act different, right? And that's everybody to everybody, Yeah. That's definitely one of the biggest ones that I would say probably I would have an issue with.
I can agree with both of those. Yeah, I definitely agree with both of those. I think for me, it's a little bit. It's more on the sharing scale. So for me, I have a pet peeve. It's like, I think one of my biggest pet peeves is like I gotta figure out a way of how to gently say, like, don't send me a video of you listening to my record, like, directly. Like, I know the song. I wrote it. I recorded it. So thank you.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Yeah. It's happened to me more than once, and I'm like, I don't understand why.
Great, post it.
Right. Like, post it on your story.
Yeah.
Like, and I do appreciate it. Yeah. But I was with this song for many an hour. So trust me.
I know how many times I wanted to redo it. When I made it.
Right. You don't understand. That particular verse, 150 retakes. Like, right. Yeah. So thank you. But I think that's like one of my biggest pet peeves, because it's like, because then like when you do stuff like that and then hit us with that, like, yo, why aren't you famous yet? It's like,
well, because you ain't sharing my shit.
You'd be surprised on how much you can contribute if you just share.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's literally, if you, old white girl that was just went viral.
Oh, singing Gunna.
For lip syncing the Lil Baby.
Okay.
Was it Lil Baby?
It was Lil Baby.
Okay. So like, I'm like, y'all do this. You share the hell out of this, and it wasn't even her record.
It's cute. She
was lip syncing it.
It's a white girl rapping.
It's a white girl rapping.
Oh, she's down. That's our fault too.
She knows it word for word.
That's our fault.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. That's our fault.
That's our fault.
We'll repost that shit or whatever, and like, oh yeah, this shit is cool, this and that. And then when they start saying nigga and shit, then we
that's
looking
exactly
like,
what happened though, because they found her Twitter feed. She's using the word nigga like she's.
And and here's the funny thing.
Black Twitter was waiting for that.
I didn't even know. I literally said what was gonna happen. Exactly. But you know what else too? You know what else too? Like you said with, people thinking that they're bigger than whatever. Yo, I love where I'm from, but motherfuckers are just weird when it comes to that. Yeah. I'm not even talking. Right. Like motherfuckers are weird, because I'll tell you right now.
It's celebrities. That's it.
I'll tell you right now. We had our kickback last night, as you know, you was there. And I said, hey, follow us at such and such, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Nobody pulls their phones out. You know what I mean? Granted, whatever the reason may be, but I went to New York for a power premiere, met someone, and literally this person shares our shit like there is no tomorrow. It's weird. Yeah, it is so weird.
It's very
and I'm just like, you looking at me like I did something wrong by asking you to share something that you paid to come here for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you just get that awkward type of silence. I'm
you
like,
paid the money to get in, but you won't do something for free.
Takes 2 seconds.
Literally.
Help me.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Like if you look up at the wall, our all of our social media stuff is right there on the wall. You just gotta look, take a picture of it.
It's really free to do that.
Yeah.
And even like to that point, because it's like it's like my second pet peeve, because I know like, was it 8 years ago now when I did my EP, like I had did the New Jack joint. I did the New Jack style. So I had paired Bruno Mars's Grammy performance of Finesse when he was doing the rehearsals for the choreography. And I paired it with one of my records and it synced up perfectly. Yeah. Like mad people saw it and it was like, yo, this shit is on, like that's crazy on how on beat it is. So I was like, I went on Instagram and I was like, yo, tag Bruno in the comments. Like light my There was like 2 people that tagged him in there. And I was like, but it was like 50, 60 views. I'm like, okay, so either y'all can't read or you can't follow directions.
People are lazy, bro.
Like, which one is it?
People are lazy. You're always going to have more views than you have likes.
If
it doesn't
you ask
matter.
somebody to do something, they just ain't going to do it.
Yeah. No. It's like, yo, that's crazy.
And I'll be honest, I'm guilty of it because there's times I'll just scroll through shit and not like it. But I'm starting to realize like more. I'm like, okay, yeah, let me like this. Let me make a little emoji, whatever the case may be on this, so it's getting some type of traction. Yeah. Because like I said, I'm guilty of just listening. But I also, if I see you got over 1 million likes, my like ain't gonna do shit for you. So I'm not.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm not liking it.
I focus more on my people and on the people who are on the come up. So like that's why I'll drop emojis. I'll say like if you were to check my saves right now on IG, it's like us.
Yeah,
like it's everybody that we know because I'm like we gotta defeat this algorithm and shit. So with that, my next question is, what have been your 2 biggest, well, not 2, you can name as many as you want, but your biggest struggles coming up as an independent artist? Because you've already mentioned that there's the clickiness. That's your pet peeve, and I feel you on that because we have said that a few times on this show. But what has been a struggle or struggles for you as artists coming up? So Adam, you could start since Unikron kicked off first.
I mean, we could tie it together from a pet peeve and also from a struggle I've had. It's something I posted and you had reposted a while ago. It's getting people to share stuff, right? But it's like it's on a consistent basis because I get people where they'll sporadically, they'll show love and they'll show support, and then everyone's running up to me like, yo, I see you working, I see you killing it, but it's like you're not sharing my stuff.
Right.
So it's like your handshake and your dap that I haven't seen you in 5 years. Your handshake and your dap means nothing to me. I'm sorry. Like,
right.
Great. I appreciate, the 3 seconds of love you just showed me, but I'm never going to see you for another 2 years. So you being like, I see you from a distance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's consistency. It's consistency from everybody around. Like, from all the people that there's consistency from the same like 5 people. You're one of the 5 people that is consistent every time, but it's consistency. And I don't get that from the people around me. And it's one of those things where it's like you start to kind of have to shift who you keep around you in that sense, because it's like if you can't be consistent, which is part of marketing and promotion is consistency.
Right.
It's obviously it's knowing your target audience, it's knowing, how to market your stuff, but it's consistency is probably the biggest one. And then I say the second thing is, as an artist that I struggle with, is perfectionism, I guess you could say, right? It's like you want your sound to be your sound, right? But you know that you have to make it kind of go in a direction where you'll get more ears to listen to it. Right. And then you want to perfect it to something that's not yours. So it's like then you start double taking, questioning it, doing 150 takes on one verse, on one hook. And, it's like you're sitting there and you're just like, damn, like, and it gets to the point where it's like sometimes it makes it hard to be an artist because of how hard it is to want to make something perfect in your as perfect it is in your head as you want it to sound
on the track. What I mean? Yep, definitely understand that.
Those are definitely 2 of the biggest ones. I don't really have any other ones that I can think of at the moment. Maybe something pops up in my head later.
Yeah, definitely speak on it.
I almost want to bow out after that. I don't know. Yeah. everything.
What he said.
Yeah,
what
he said. Yeah. Nah, I feel that.
The definitely the consistency. I mean, even on the artist part, like myself, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes life happens.
Mm-hmm.
Life throws a lot of curveballs, a lot of distractions. Like I'm off it right now. I got a joint. I'm kind of going through the process of, but I've been going through that process for a couple years. I just haven't quite, you know what I'm saying, got over the hurdle to say, all right, boom, let me get all this stuff together and then put it together as a cohesive project. Then, as he was saying before, like when you hear your sound, you like, damn, start double thinking, triple thinking. You're like, yo, is this right? Do I like these words? Like I get into that a lot. Do I like the way these words go together? Okay. Is this punchline cool? Does this make sense? I really do get into that. And sometimes I'll be like, damn, maybe this ain't it. And then it doesn't help when you hear like that, like when you hear something like the outside music, for example, and you hear what the people are like, yo, man, that shit fire. But all he said was bibbity bobbity bibbity bibbity boop.
Yeah. Right.
Skibbity scoop. And then you like, yo, son, you in the club turning up, and I'm like, that's what you want.
That's what you like?
I can't actually do that.
Dumbing it down.
Or I can do that, but I don't want to do that because then that's not me. That's not my. That's not my. That's not my lane. That's not my sound.
Yeah.
And you know, as Connecticut as a whole, like we really do struggle with identity.
Yeah.
Say it again.
We don't have an identity in it. Well,
we do not.
Let me bring it back.
Yeah. Okay.
Some of us have an identity.
Right.
In Connecticut, there are certain artists that do have their own identity, but for the majority, they're just trying to do what everybody else is doing. Yep. Ain't nobody in Connecticut, Bridgeport, Waterbury, we ain't on no drill shit.
I was literally about to say that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I was literally about to say that.
That's not what we do, but that's what you all want to hear. Like, there's no Connecticut drill scene. And it's cool.
Wow.
There doesn't have to be one.
Right.
It's like, because I don't know if you know about drill, but that's not really something you want to do if you're trying to make it past, I don't know, 17.
I mean,
because listen. I've been
all due respect,
I've gone down quite the rabbit hole with the drill videos. Listen, that is not something I feel like brothers need to be taking part in.
All due
That's
respect,
just me.
All due respect, we seen what happened to Pop Smoke.
Right.
And he was 19.
Right. He was a baby. Like, so
shit, you know damn near everybody out of Chicago.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? So we don't. And then, you know, we were on the trap wave. It's like, bro, we don't trap.
The trap I get.
I don't. Why?
Because some people, and not a big handful, but some people actually did that trap shit.
Yeah, they in the drug game. Trapping's like a South thing, though. That's kind of
absolutely.
That's
right.
not
okay. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We didn't.
It's a regional thing.
So if they feel like they get on Interstate 95, or if they get on I-84, or whatever the case is, then they consider that trapping, so to speak. But yeah, we don't have neighbor. I get what you're saying.
It's so wild.
It's like people who put the plane in their bio from New York to Connecticut, and then they got the plane in the middle.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, what plane you flying
like
from
what
New York?
plane?
Like,
nigga, a paper plane?
You literally take
Yo,
one
I never
giant
even
hop
thought of
and
that
you're in
shit.
fucking Connecticut.
Yo, it's
that shit.
You really catching the flight at Bradley Airport just to fly?
You taking that paper
that's
plane on
Tweed.
your hat too serious, bro.
That's Tweed.
They going from Tweed to Westchester.
Single engine Cessna. They're just, you know what I mean?
And you paid for that? You know what? Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Let me get, because you got the money. Let me just get a small loan. Let's just put it down on some of that studio time.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Since you got money to be flying
from
Connecticut to New York.
10 minutes.
You flew 10 minutes.
You flew 10 minutes.
It's a bus ride, a train ride.
You could have ran with your arms outspread and jumped, and that would have made more sense. I don't know.
Some Mario 2 shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
But like, no, honestly though, like, I'm not in the trap. I never was in the trap, but I love trap music.
I like some of it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, we all indulge in some nigga shit.
Listen.
Absolutely.
If the artistry is there, I will indulge in nigga shit.
Yeah.
The Locks, for example.
Yeah.
I can't relate to a goddamn thing the Locks are talking about. I would Mobb Deep. all that shit. I will indulge your nigga shit because the artistry is there. You made me feel it.
Even Wu-Tang.
I can view it. Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, Onyx.
I know nothing about dust blunts.
Facts.
Jeezy.
No,
Jeezy.
Listen.
Nah,
Jeezy doesn't have the artistry for me. His
Really?
his word game is the beats. Fire.
Yeah.
The lyrics, they just don't do it for me.
I want to get up and
Ross, too.
sell a brick when I listen to Jesus.
Yo, I be telling you, yo.
I understand. they just not for me.
Yo, as soon as you hear just certain records, like as soon as that trap star drop, even like I'm just like, yo, I'm about to be the biggest drug dealer.
Right.
Yo, there's a couple now. What's that shit? They say who that?
Yo,
Yo,
yeah,
when that
yeah,
comes
yeah,
on,
yeah.
At that moment, yes, I am Pablo Escobar. Absolutely.
At that moment.
At that moment,
Yeah.
yes.
Like-
There's a key in my trunk. Absolutely.
Franklin
It's the
Saint.
car key, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The fucking key fob. I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot.
But you're right, man. There's very select few identities, and that's why some people don't really understand. And I'm gonna just say, and I'm speaking for myself. I'm not gonna put this on my brothers, but that's why a lot of people don't really come on our show, because I'm like, all right, what sets you apart from anybody else that's doing this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anybody?
man, I'm just me. You know what I'm saying?
I keep it real, even when nobody's not looking.
Yeah.
You know, feel me?
He said
Like
you with
feel me, like
nobody.
Yeah.
like feel me.
Yeah.
So feel me, like,
You know what I mean?
like feel me. You heard? Feel me? Bunch of fucking catchphrases.
Know what
like,
I mean?
like we've had like the rappers that we've had on here, I can honestly say, and the rappers that we are gonna have on here, they're really bringing something new to the table. But my problem is because they're not in the quote unquote eye like they should be, they don't really get the respect that they do as an
Well, that's
artist.
why we exist.
That's why we exist.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
we like to shine a light on those who really deserve it. And I think as Adam made the point about like just consistently posting and sharing, like anytime, he drops something new or whatever, like I'm on there, I share it, whatever the case may be. And I think for me, one of the biggest struggles is now because like you have to have such a social media presence.
Yeah.
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 It's so fucking annoying to me because I'm like,
It's another job.
it's another whole
is.
thing. It's like, yo, can I just make the music?
Right. Can the music
Like,
just
can
speak
the
for
music
itself?
just
Right.
speak for itself?
Yes.
Like, I gotta have a whole
I
social
gotta make
media.
TikToks
I
and
gotta
dumb
make
shit too.
reels
Yeah.
and shit. God
It's
damn.
like now
I gotta pay a
everything-
photographer to pose and take pictures. Just so I had
Oh my
content.
god.
I don't
damn.
want to take a picture in a different outfit every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Pick out 2 photos from the whole
Shit
thing.
crazy.
Like, come on.
This song ain't got a dance. Swipe.
Right.
Nah,
Oh my god,
crazy.
it's crazy. So I'm like, yeah, that's gotta
Listen,
be.
I'm big as hell, so when I try to make a dance, it's not easy. I be making my music, and I'm like, I wonder what I could do to a song where I'm screaming, I'm Giannis at the basket. I'm like, I don't. Do I just like this? Like, damn.
Just bring lean back. That's
Yeah,
I got to.
Right.
You got to.
I don't even know if I could do that right now.
You get one of those little kid rims hanging out your door and just
Damn it.
And then turn around and just like flex, like,
It's all about angles.
that's it.
Escobar can make it work for you.
Oh, absolutely.
He'll
Shout out
make it
to
work
Esco.
for you.
He'll
Yeah,
definitely
he'll
make it
definitely
work.
make that
Yeah.
angle work.
How y'all feel about these industry plans?
Elaborate.
Like people just pop out of nowhere.
And they're just big for
They're
no
just
reason.
big.
Pause.
No, yes.
Oh, you mean the art? Oh, so the artist we didn't know, then all of a sudden everybody knows.
Yeah.
Like, all right, maybe my ear ain't to the streets like that no more. Whatever the case may be.
No,
Where the
mine ain't.
fuck did this Jack Harlow cat come from?
Money.
Okay.
These people. No, seriously. These people they come from families
With
that
money.
have money.
That's
So
that's
they can afford to
Market.
go to school or not go to school. They can afford to, you know what I'm saying, stay in the studio for 12, 16 hours. They can afford all that stuff because, mommy and daddy are paying the rent, which is there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
By all means, support your kids and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
that's just the reality of it.
right.
We don't all come from that. You know what I'm saying? Some of us have to get up and work that 9 to 5.
Right.
Or, 11 to 7 or, you know what I'm
hop
saying?
off the porch.
Or third shift. Yeah. Or some got to hop off the porch, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? So everybody doesn't have that particular leg up. And a lot of these people that just pop, got that leg up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And again, that's not a knock to them. You know what I'm saying? It just, they were born in that. They ain't asked for that. It just is what it is.
They just took advantage of the resources they had.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. As any one of us
they
would.
should, yeah.
We had the resources.
We had the resources.
Shit, why not?
Listen, if we had the resources to make us a hit podcast overnight, you think we wouldn't take that?
Of
Bruh.
course, of course. You know what I'm saying? It only makes sense because you're trying to, you're trying to get to the next level. I just don't like when people like that pop and then talk like they got it out the mud.
Like Drake?
Like Drake.
Okay.
My nigga, you were never in the mud. You might have been in some situations. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's life's not perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how much money you have, people go through shit, which is cool. But just don't act like you planted the seed and then
you was out there passing out mixtapes.
Yeah, like you were really out there on the grind without, you know what I'm saying, with nothing to lose.
You had Degrassi, man.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And again, it's all good, but you didn't have anything to lose.
Right.
By, you know what I'm saying, putting your all into this one basket.
And you came from music.
I'm going to go for it.
You came from music.
Right.
Yeah. So he
very successful. His uncle and his father.
Yeah.
His dad was a big singer, I think, too, right?
Yeah. It's like what did he do? Like jazz,
connected
blues, something like that. Yeah.
Out in Tennessee or something like that. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying, like, bro, like again, you did exactly what you were supposed to do,
right?
With what you had, which is cool. But please stop pretending.
Started from the bottom, now we hit.
Yeah, like you just said, fuck it. I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating ramen noodles for the next month. Stop that shit.
Yeah.
And just, you know what I'm saying? Just be authentic about it. That's it.
Yeah. No, it's another one. I don't know if you guys know Coyle Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Benzino's
your
daughter.
daddy.
Benzino's daughter.
So I live in Jersey now.
Okay.
But my cousin went to high school. So it's all connected. My cousin went to high school. You guys know who 070 Shake is?
Yep.
Yeah.
So my cousin is best friends with 070 Shake. They went to high school together, like the whole group, right? And they all did shows like coming up in Jersey, like in Jersey City and Hoboken, Newark. And along the way, Coyle Ray popped up, you know. But she was already like starting to have a buzz. And my cousin was like, bro, I've been to every show out here on the regular. And he was like, and she was nobody.
She has never been in one of them.
She was nobody. And then and then all of a sudden one day, one day he shows up and she's like just as lit as all of them, or like Joe Budden and son Trey, right? The only reason Trey's got any pull. Like any pull, like when he just jumped in, like he jumped in and rapping.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, like people in like Jersey and like most of like New York now, they're starting to pick up on his music. And I think his music is dope. I'm a big fan of his father's music, so I think like it's great. Yeah. But you see like things like Coyle Ray or like Trey Budden where their sound is building steam, even if his is a little bit slower. But Coyle Ray literally came out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah. Like, she's from Boston.
No, she's from Jersey. She's from Hackensack.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She's from Hackensack, New Jersey. Literally the next town over from where I live right now.
Oh shit.
She's from that area, and Benzino's her dad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like literally one of the biggest boosts you could possibly
right.
The Source,
the owner of the Source magazine. Like, what more do you need?
It's so like that to me is like the definition of like what I see as an industry plan. You know what I mean? Like that's an industry plan. Like Jack Harlow is more just a source of just he got money and that's how he happened. But Coyle Ray literally is nothing but her dad having pull in hip hop and getting her onto the main stage.
Play her song.
It's just like the it's the music version of white privilege.
Yeah. I never
certain barriers.
I still won't listen to her because her voice annoys me, but I respect it because she's getting love.
She's definitely getting love. I'm not like, I listened to some of her stuff and I was like, no.
Yeah.
This ain't
now
it.
only
that's me.
Coyle Ray music I've heard is from TikTok. I ain't gonna lie. Damn. Like her album came out a couple weeks ago. I ain't even hit play.
You know, I like to check the temperature on the new people with the XXL freestyles. Because I know technically they're not always freestyling because it's written, which is fine. But I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying?
See what you
so
got.
you remember
where you're at.
So you remember a few years ago when they had that terrible one with
there was
21 Savage.
Terrible ones.
This is exactly what I'm saying. 21 Savage,
I haven't seen a good one in years.
all this and that.
Yes.
But we actually listen to these motherfuckers now. I listen to Uzi. I listen to 21.
We speak in French.
Listen,
now, bro. I don't.
Listen,
I do like 21 now.
and I like Uzi now. Now I'm like, okay.
I feel like 21's
21
dropped some verses that have definitely gotten better. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you surround yourself with people that make you step it up, you step it up. Like when he was on the
J. Cole.
Yeah. You can't get on there talking no bullshit. Just like ASAP Rocky was cool. He had that track with Nas though. You can't get on the track with Nas talking no bullshit.
Right.
You got to come on in.
You got to be Nas' brother to get on there.
He is nice, but he ain't that nice.
No, yeah, you gotta.
He hasn't rap like that in a long time.
Yeah, he has not. There's,
you're right.
You know, there's levels to. You know what I'm saying? There's,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, yeah, they come off every now and again. This is cool, and then there's people be like, yo.
But this is what I'm saying, because it's like, I was like, oh, I'll never listen to 21. What the fuck is a 21 Savage? What is a Lil Uzi? What's the NBA Youngboy? Yo, you put in the work, and there's a reason why these dudes is like the hottest for their demographic right now. Why. I mean, whether from the South or not, like they're actually
not even.
Well,
from this country.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
But he represents Atlanta.
I'm saying like
he's a UK drill rapper,
right? He's a UK drill.
Yo, the memes that came from that.
Yo, for real,
killed me.
I was sitting there like I couldn't stop going through them. I'm like, yo, I'm on Twitter like
roasted,
looking like an old cartoon villain.
Yeah. You know who is hot though? Bia, yo.
Who?
Bia.
Yes.
I like that song with her and J. Cole. I haven't listened to anything outside of that.
The music, I haven't really gotten into her. I've heard a couple things. Like I heard that one song that she had.
The Whole Lot of Money joint?
Yeah. It was that beat.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
All her beats are crazy.
I said, wow, that sounds good. And I was listening to her and I was like, maybe I'll hear something else.
I'll say this.
But the beat, that so far.
A remix wasn't needed.
I mean, you know.
A remix was not needed.
No, she bodied that.
You thought she did?
With Nicki?
You thought
was that the one with Nicki?
Whole Lot of Money?
Yeah. That was it wasn't needed, but it helped.
No.
Yeah, because of Nicki.
Right, exactly.
I mean, but that record, I thought that shit was gonna probably take off, and it was just like, all right, it's cool.
Yeah, but you know.
This J. Cole London record.
Oh, that's gonna be the one that's gonna push her over the edge.
That's gonna be
just because of the presence of J. Cole, though.
Yeah.
And I mean, never mind that the J. Cole's on it. She actually smoked that song.
Yeah.
I actually thought she was from London because I wasn't really that familiar with her music.
Yeah,
I had to like look up where she's from. I was like, she's from Boston.
Yeah. That's yeah.
She's dope. Even she had a couple songs that I listened to. She had another song.
She had a joint with Russ.
Yep.
That record is fire. Yeah. Yes, that record is fire.
There's a song she did on her own. It's called "Can't Touch This." She sampled "Milkshake" with Khalees.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
She's dope, yo.
Fire.
I'll take some notes after the show.
Yeah, right. I'll take that. I'll take a look at that.
I'll go take a look at that one because that sounds like an interesting sample.
Very nice person too.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice person.
That's good. Always good to be nice and humble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, she was
not one of those Hollywood.
Not like literally. Like she's like a really nice person. This is my cousin's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
That's
like,
nice.
Yeah, she's
Look
super
at that. There's a family connection in here.
Hey, you see how easy that was? Hey, people, that's how you do it.
And saying that, so you know what I'm saying, if you trying to slide her up, you know what I'm saying, mixtape, something like that. All right. Try to plug Denzel.
If you want to get her on the podcast, is what I'm saying.
So we talking about some consistency,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
We talking about.
I'm gonna consistently bother you. No.
She need a hook.
Since we all about putting in the good word, using connects, because even that's a point, because. You know, we talk about resources, we talk about connections and such. Like, I'm a person that if you see me on social media and I share people's stuff, it's like I'm always like, yo, sharing information. Because it's like, this is just information. It's for you to know. Like, my cousin, shout outs to King Kami, like years ago, he was introducing me to one of his boys and he was like, yo, if you ever need like anything, like D know like somebody for like damn near everything. I'm like, you know, I just like to walk around and meet people. It's, right. But, you know, and I'm never that type of person to withhold information because I'm like, yo, if like, let's say if I know Escobar is as a videographer and then if Adam comes to me and is like, yo, I'm in CT and I need a videographer like Esco.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I walk off because I'm like, yo, whether you hit him up or not, that's on you. That's on you. But I've given you this outlet. I've given you this outlet pass. So go reach out to him. And it's crazy because then we talk about how like, you know, strangers will always be the ones that support you out the gate. So when I first started working at my job, there was somebody who was working there and he had a connect to Sony. and he knew an AR. Now, this was actually brought up on Twitter by another independent artist because he tweeted and he was like, "Yo, A&Rs are like pointless now."
Yeah,
nowadays.
And I was like, I can agree with that because and he had said something else, but I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels like this. And then I told this story of how my coworker had given Slid my record Feel Good to one of his whoever he knew that was an A&R exec at Sony. So he came back to me. He's like, yeah, like this was about 6 years ago. So he was like, yeah, he heard it. And I'm like, all right, cool. What do you think? And he was like, he said he ain't ready. And I was like, so what does he mean? Like by
Right.
Like give me some.
Right. Give me more words.
Give me more words. Like let me.
Not ready for what, a relationship? Like I didn't ask for that.
Like let me know. He's like, yeah, nah, he ain't ready yet. So I was like, so what? Like what do I need to get? Like what do you think I need to get ready? Because like this is what I want to do. So let me know,
what
and I'll.
In tips
yeah, like what pointers and tips, and that was all he can give me. So I was like, oh, so was he sitting up in the niggas? Why has he got an office?
He might as well listen to your record and then just went, and then
yeah, and left it at that.
How about this? He didn't listen to it at all.
Right.
So it's like, so what are we doing here? So, but just the fact alone that he went out of his way, because this dude ain't known me a good year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he heard that record. He was like, yeah, no, I got somebody that I want them to hear this. And just slid it. And I wasn't expecting him to do that because he didn't even tell me he was doing it.
Right.
Like he was like, you do music too? Because he was part of the music department at my job and stuff like that. So he did a lot of things musically with the clients. And
nice.
So he was like, yeah, I got a band. He plays this, that, and the third. He was well connected to a lot of people within Bridgeport. So he was like, yo, send me his stuff. So I sent him like my 3 tracks at the time. So he heard, and and Feel Good, I think was like really the only one I had at the time that was like ready, other things I was recording. And the following day he runs into me, he goes, yeah, so I sent your joint to my boy over at Sony. He's in A&R exec. So I sent that out to him, and he's like, is that? I was like, nigga, no, that's great, appreciate it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting you to do that because you ain't known me 2 weeks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like we have to understand, like, that's how we gotta work. And in any form or fashion, like we got this podcast, it's a resource. Like we bring people in like an Adam, like a Unikron, like a Ben Ryder, like like a Crystalia Shavarda, Anetta, because it's like, yo, y'all are artists that are dope. You take your craft seriously, and y'all deserve to get this light shined on you. So and why not give and provide that resource? So I don't know what it is, like you said, within Connecticut, it's between the clickiness and that, like you said, we got a lot of stars that ain't made it. That's a great quote. I love that. We got to use that for content. Because
should I trademark?
Yeah, because there be egos out here, and I'm
wild ego.
We gotta be. Shout out to Scooty Alex Sims. He's been on the show. He's like, we have to understand that we can do more damage together.
Facts.
Yes.
Than we can apart. And
listen, if Connecticut
we need
people
to understand that
came through the same way people in Atlanta do,
yeah.
Like, this is the reason why it's another Atlanta artist coming out like every month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There is wild talent out here. Annoyed, Apathy, Chris Webby,
right,
Grits, Jolie, Craze White. Like, there's a lot of brothers. Like, and I don't even know how long I've been doing these shows, and I've come across so many people that are just fire. You know what I'm saying? HOT, CCF, Flip, all them dudes. Like, I've come across a lot of dudes and a lot of artists that are, you know what I'm saying, that can really help push this. But it's just, I don't know. It's just
it just ain't happening.
It's just such a weird atmosphere out here.
So with that, what is something or some things we can do to help each other progress with our careers or whatever our goals are? Because we talk about, like I said, the unification is weird. So like, what are some other things? Because I know, like, for instance, we did that group chat around COVID time. It was like you, me, Picasso's in there.
Picasso,
Rashad,
Jared, my cousin, Scoops, Rashad.
Wasn't
Nico.
Z was in there?
Zaneri
was in there. So, and we pretty much did this group chat where like we would send each other our content or whatever, or post if we had dropped something new, and then we would just go in, drop some emojis, whatever to help to defeat the algorithm, share it, whatever, just to, uplift, and even like I know for me now, what I've started to do, and Prince actually kind of inspired me to do it, was like on Tidal, I created my own CT Gems playlist.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like every time, like I gotta add a couple new joints from my cousin Black Man 103, because he dropped 2 new joints. I just listened to one yesterday and it's heat. So I put, new records on there and just share it with people. I even got one on Spotify. I gotta update it. But things like that, because it's like, something we gotta do better than what we're doing, and we gotta step away from these egos, because it's like some of y'all got these egos, and it's like, I can be in the same room as you, so let's tone
like
it
we basically
down.
are in the same room.
Yeah, we're in the same room.
You think the room is a different room. It's just not. It's the same.
Like, so
you just think you're in VIP. Like, nah, it's just a rope, bro.
Don't let the local celebrity.
Right.
We're still all here. So what are some things we can do to get through that, push through that, and then further? Because like we all got talent. Like you said, there's a whole bunch of talent in this state, and it's like, how is it going unnoticed?
I mean, I think one of two of the major things is first, like Kendrick said, be humble.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, be humble. Like a lot of these cats are not humble, and look, I get it, because I've been writing for like 20 plus years. I understand that you hold your artistry, you hold, your songs and stuff like that to a certain level. And at some level, it is a competition. So there's the competitive nature. We got that, you know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to feel like your shit is the best shit.
Yeah. Right.
But you got to step outside of your head for a minute and understand that everybody thinks their shit is the best shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And it goes a long way to be gracious. You know what I'm saying? Even like, I can't tell you the amount of artists that I've seen on shows that artist-wise trashed them, right? But I respect the fact that, one, that they even put something together and then they got up there and performed it in front of people, regardless of how I felt about the song itself. So even if I didn't like the shit, even if I was like, nah, this ain't for me, I was still, you know what I'm saying, if they got off the stage, if they passed me, if I passed them, give them dap. Good shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for coming up. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter how I felt about the song personally, because everything's not for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But just to show them that respect, you know what I'm saying? That they went up there and they did something that a lot of motherfuckers can't even do. Like, they don't even have the balls to get up on the stage. And motherfuckers be on the side like, oh, man, that shit was this, and that. You get up there and do something.
Facts.
But they don't. So, you know what I'm saying? So you definitely be humble and show respect, you know what I'm saying, to your fellow artists and stuff like that. And then second, recognize the difference between criticism and hate. A lot of motherfuckers around here think you hating on them, and you're really not, because it's like, hating on what? I'm just giving you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you ask me, like, oh, what can I do about this, and that, I'll tell you, hey, listen, this shit didn't sound right here. Maybe you could do this here. When I first started writing, the very first group I was in, whenever I wanted to get on a song, we write the songs and stuff like that. Before we got on the songs to the beat, we spit the verse. You know how many times I was told, nah, write that again. do that shit over. Not because it was necessarily bad, but it could be better.
They know that you could be better, yeah.
Sharpen, you know what I'm saying? Steel sharpen steel. That's how we did it. You know what I'm saying? And as time, you know what I'm saying, progressed and stuff like that, all right, boom, put this on that verse. Well, no, rewrite what? I got to rewrite my shit now. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it should be. But you got to understand there is definitely a difference between somebody giving you constructive criticism and just hating on your shit.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Once people understand, when they can sit back, take a moment and breathe before they get all in their feelings. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Understand that, all right, maybe I do need to change this hook, or maybe this master was trash.
Right,
you know
that's what it is.
So
Like,
we gotta
or
reach
when
out to somebody.
you know, say maybe there are too much ad libs, or maybe I do sound too much like fucking Smiles and South Star. Whatever.
Hey, yo.
Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Just take a moment, sit back and reflect on the shit, and then, you know what I'm saying, make the necessary adjustments. Of course, there are going to be people that are actually hating on you, because some motherfuckers are just miserable.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to be able to differentiate that. You know what I'm saying? Not just assume that everybody's hating because they didn't like your 4-word chorus that you repeated for 3 verses. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just gotta do better at doing that. And then I think that'll actually dispel a little bit of the egos, and artists will be willing to actually talk to other artists and kind of get together and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? You sound like this, I sound like that. Let's try to make something that sounds like this together.
Right.
You know?
Another thing is a lot of artists, I don't feel like they invest in the quality of their sound. Cause you know, we get people that try to, you know, submit their music for us to play out at the end of the show or whatever. And sometimes shit just don't be mixed and mastered correctly. Like your vocals are over here, like the beat's way over here.
Bro, look at that wave. You see that wave? You see how it's off the chart like that? I cannot be piercing anybody's ear with that, bro.
Right.
I need you to normalize it. Just something. Run a filter over it. I don't know what you do. Whatever it is you need to do. I'm not an engineer.
Just
so
make friends with an engineer. Just make friends with an engineer.
Right.
Yeah.
Or go on YouTube. There's little tutorials of at least clean it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To make it sound reasonable.
But they think it sounds fine, and there's nobody in their circle that's like, nah, bro, like that's
yes men.
Right, that's what it is. It's like in your own circle, it'll be too many yes men, and that one dude that's like telling you the truth, like, nah, it ain't quite right. He's the hater,
right?
And he's got to go,
right? Instead of saying, maybe he has a valid point.
Yeah,
that he's sensitive. Artists are sensitive.
Oh, I know,
which is cool too. But you can't let your sensitivity override fucking logic. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I love the way this song sounds. It does hurt my ears, but I love the way this song, bro.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be deaf tomorrow.
Is
your love really worth your hearing?
Yeah. You know what I also find a lot too? There's a lot of artists out there that words be on point, but they just don't have the delivery.
Yeah,
be a writer.
I've run into
Be a writer.
It'd be like that.
I've run into that.
I heard that very recently. And yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, all right, I hear this. Yeah, the multis there, this, and that, but just not.
The delivery is not there.
Yeah, there's really no command.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just like, it's just like.
So write it for somebody else.
Right, write it for somebody else.
Yeah,
but everybody want to be a star.
Everybody wants.
Word
Listen,
to family.
Because look at everybody that came up as writers first and then became stars after the fact. You got your Neos,
Yep.
Dream.
you got Dream.
Yep.
Like,
But that's
Sean
also
Garrett.
going back to what you said in a few panels ago. Artist development.
right.
Neo got developed to the point where he could be a solo artist. When Neo first came out,
Go.
nobody was trying to hear this dude.
Yeah.
Nobody was trying to hear that dude.
Yep.
Like, and then, got him, his little sex appeal together and all that shit. Figured out to
Put a hat on.
Put a hat on. Got,
Cocked
you know what I'm
it
saying?
sideways.
That's really what he
Cocked
did.
it sideways.
Hat on.
Put a hat on.
You know what I mean?
Put
Put a little Vaseline.
And once you
intensive
really
care on.
Put a hat on. Got a stylist.
Like, image is everything,
Yeah,
man.
it does help. But I mean, that goes back to what Denzel was saying about the A&R. What are you here for?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what are you
Twitter,
here for?
Instagram,
Right.
Facebook.
Social
that's
media is
new
the A&R
Social
now.
media and IG models are the A&Rs, and it's like,
Yo, but even with
IG models, bro.
listen, but
Influencers.
so even with Denzel, like
I don't even like saying that. IG models. What
I
you
had to-
influencing?
I had to tell Denzel one time because I was like, that's maybe Def Jam had posted something like on Twitter, and it was like, oh, what kind of artist are you feeling right now? Blah blah. And I sent Denzel the post. I was like, look, they're trying to get social media to be the A&Rs for free.
to do their jobs.
That's what they do now.
Yeah. Wild.
It was a
It's like-
time when it didn't matter if you were up and coming rapper, kid rapper, whatever it was. People was paying IG model influencers to twerk to their music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What a time to be
And
alive.
I'm like,
That was brought up in the first 5 episodes, was it not?
Yeah, like that was a thing. What a time to be alive in Babylon, man. It was a wild
Can I
thing.
pay somebody to twerk to a podcast? Is that a thing?
I mean, but think about it.
You
Though.
finna do
but
that.
think
I'm
about
gonna
it.
I'm gonna have to go.
All that is,
Nah, I'm fucking.
but think about that. All that is just really strip club rhetoric.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? Yo, in Atlanta, how many people, I'm going to play this record, this and that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how people pop. I forgot what artist it was, but somebody actually popped off the strip club.
Oh, it's a couple of them. Most of the artists in the South, it's like
Yeah.
you want your song to right. You want your song to pop. You give it like that. You make friends with a stripper. She plays it while she dances. If it pops, it pops. If it don't, go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's how I do. Like, years ago before, while Synth was still working at the studio around the corner, like I had brought one of my homegirls up there. He was producing some beat, and we had walked in, and she had started dancing and shit, and I was like, "You got a hit."
Yeah.
Just started throwing ass in the studio. He was like, "So I guess I got a hit." I was like,
But that's the Southern
She's
culture.
still
It's
going.
not like that here. You
going.
can't bring your mixtape to Mystique and say dance to
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? That's just the South where shit like that works. It's different
it's
here.
different up here.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Mystique and Stanford. I don't know why. I just had to say it.
Guys,
Huh?
bands will make it dance.
listen, man.
Mystique and Stanford is something, man.
I haven't been to a strip club in years.
Listen,
Me neither.
Same.
it'll give you.
I was in Dallas and I was out
V Live?
I was at it was
Why the fuck
Ecstasy
do you know
Cabaret.
Motherfucker, I traveled.
Nah, it was
world
Ecstasy
tours.
Cabaret. It was my boy is down there that I made music with. I met him playing 2K. He's like, yo, we got to go to this strip club. He's like, I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. So I was like, all right, bet. And I was like, all right, I'm only gonna spend like $200. I lied, but
Oh damn.
when I went in there, I was like, man, it's different. Like it's totally different. Like I've only been to a few times. Like I've been like 4 times to a strip club, and 3 of them were in the South, and 1 was up here.
Mhm.
Totally different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally different. It's not
Absolutely.
even the same. So yeah, you can't even like getting a girl up here to dance to your music versus down there. I mean, the strip clubs in the South are different.
Right.
Like they get jumping.
Follies.
It's
That's crazy.
insane.
This dude just dropping names.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I was the only one
Flashbacks.
I remember is because I was sober when I got there was the
Yeah.
one in Dallas, but the other ones I was absolutely belligerent. Because like,
Nah, you gotta be on point. You go to a strip club in Atlanta, man. You can't just be going in there drunk. You gotta feel the vibe and then be like, all right, I'll take a couple sips.
yeah, nah,
you go in there drunk and end up a lick.
Word. Exactly.
there was one we was down there. I played semi-pro football when I was down. I was in Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
So when I was down there, the one season we only won like 2 games, and it was the first game we won like 3 games in. So we was like, we're going out tonight. You know what I mean? Like, so we get downtown, and one of the guys that I played with, he was a safety. He owned a bar down there. So we was all partying at the bar. It was I forgot, Poor Larry's. That's what it was called in Savannah. And his brother is like a big promoter. So like it was like 3 a.m, and we're coming out the bar, and his brother's like, yo, I got us a party bus. It's free. We're gonna go to Charleston, which was like right over the bridge from Savannah, and we're gonna go turn up at a strip club there.
At 3 a.m.?
Yo, yes, I can't. We
I
got
ain't
in
mad
there.
at it.
We got in there. It was some girl that was talking to me, and it was like my first time like really in a strip club, and she was like having a conversation with me.
Yeah.
And my boy's like, don't fall for it. She just wants to take your money.
Right.
And I was like, listen, I'm not gonna remember it. She could take all of it. Came out, it was like 7:38 in the morning. It was sunny as hell.
Bruh.
And I was like, I'm looking around like, what do we do? And my boy was like, there's only one thing we do in the South. And I was like, what's that?
Waffle House.
I was like, all right.
Trash.
Came back to 2 parking tickets on the car. I got home. I was like, I was staying with my mom down there. I walked in the door. She's like, you just coming in now? I was, yeah, let me get the couch.
Was it feel like Varsity Blues?
Pretty much. I done had like 4 concussions by that point. I was definitely like
shit.
Billy Bob. I was fried. Let me tell you something. My boy was like, listen, they try to hurt you down here when you play because it's like everybody's like trying to prove something.
Right.
So I bought an eye shield. First play, dude tried to jam my eyes, broke his finger on the visor. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be like for fun. We're not getting paid. Nah, they want to hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my head got hit more times than probably a boxer in his whole career.
Football players from the South are different. They want to hurt you.
The motherfuckers is built different.
They trying to get chosen.
They're born 6'8".
Yeah.
250 pounds.
Yeah. Because the it's like steak cut bacon. They're eating
Steak
like
cut
whole
bacon.
slabs. Whole slabs of bacon.
In the hospital,
Right.
like, congratulations, you have a linebacker. They go, huh?
Your baby's 6'7" already.
God damn.
I'm pretty sure you could attest to this. Like, up here, it's like you see us, and it's like, oh my God, these dudes are tall. You see that shit down south, like it's nothing.
Like it's normal.
Niggas look at me all the time. Were you in the NBA? You should play in the NBA. It's like, you do know I'm a little guy in the NBA, right?
Right.
I'm a guard at best.
Motherfucker, I'm a shooting guard.
Right. I am the same height as Michael Jordan. Like, I'm a little guy compared to some of these dudes. What are you talking about? They're like, really? It's like, yeah, you guys
don't know.
You really don't know.
Like, you've never been to a game.
You don't know how height work, do you?
Yeah.
You don't know how height work.
You don't know how height work.
No depth perception. You have no judgment of height, this distance. You don't understand.
Wingspans. Do you even know what that is?
Oh man.
So they stand you next to like Shaq or something.
Right.
And
And
they're
then
like, wait a second, now
hell,
I
when
get
they
it.
stand, I got a cousin that's like 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah.
When I stand next to, I hate being next to him too,
But
because I know how people standing next
Yeah.
to me feel.
Yeah.
But you
like that feeling,
though? He give me dap.
What is you?
He give me dap, hit me with the shoulder, and
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what is
come
this
on.
about? And then I have to reflect. Is this what I've been doing every
Yeah.
night?
Yep, that's exactly what you've been doing.
Listen,
As the
I had to
5'7" man in the room, that's exactly what you've been doing to people.
He said, then I
Nah,
had to reflect.
but back to what you were saying, like, what do y'all think about like an artist collective, like a big, like a clique of artists that just come together and just like,
I
make
would
music together,
I would
share
honestly
each other.
love that.
Right.
I think that shit would be dope, and it's crazy because like I remember when Tyrese had dropped Black Rose, that's something he essentially did, but he had pretty much like rented or bought a house for like all these
That's
different
right.
producers,
I forgot about
writers, everything just came in and just kind of like created, and then you just pick from what you like best.
Mm-hmm.
And I think,
about that.
yeah, and I think that's, and I want, like, I was like, man, I would like to do that one day, just to get artists, because that, who knows what that could open up. And it's like now you open up, you meet other artists first of all, and then it's like you do a record with somebody, and then like what I always tell people is, I was like, collaborations are fun because you're reaching a different fan base,
Right.
by getting on a track with a different artist.
Yeah.
So that's something, and just make sure it makes sense, and that artist is like not just doing this shit for fun. You got to remind them, like, like I do this,
Right.
So an artist collective would be dope. I think that's something that could definitely get started, and that can help out.
I feel like it's almost necessary at this point.
For Connecticut, it should be.
Yeah.
It definitely, it's a dope idea. Again, though, we gotta bring
Yeah,
it
the
back.
execution.
You gotta bring it back to the humble.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's
Gotta
gonna
be
be a lot of
humble.
egos in that.
Gotta be
Yo,
joint.
I'm better than him. It don't matter. I'm better than him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
there's gonna be a lot of egos.
It's like,
in
first of
that
all,
shit.
you see how I was able to contact all of you and you responded to get here.
Yeah.
Let's settle down.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to talk to a middleman
Right.
to get to it.
Right,
No
right.
agent.
Oh,
I didn't
God,
have
we've,
to. I didn't
we've
have
had to do
talk,
that.
I didn't have to talk to a manager, an agent, or go through the channel.
Listen,
I literally.
we've had
DM'd
artists
you.
talk about, hit my manager to get me on the podcast.
Word.
Like I'm talking,
and I'm
to
in
you.
your face.
I'm talking to you now, though.
I'm in your face, and you had the nerve to tell me that shit. Cool. I will never play your shit on my show.
And I mean, it's one thing if they were like, I think it's good, you know what I'm saying? And then said, hey, could you just reach out and double check? Like something like that.
That's
Yeah,
one
right.
thing.
It'll be
Yeah.
fine. But just to be outright, check with my manager, my boy.
Like,
Relax,
really,
bro.
like,
Are
come
you?
on.
Your Honda
Yeah.
Accord is across the street from me,
right,
where I live at.
Don't
I
get
know
me wrong.
you.
right.
Don't get me wrong.
And
this
your
person-
manager, or the. So how many followers y'all got? It don't matter.
More than you.
We got people
Probably.
that don't know who you are,
Right.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
We're supposed to help each other get there.
Right.
It's
Just have-
quid
show
pro
a little-
quo. It's one hand wash the other.
Right.
Both wash the face. Jada Kiss.
Come on,
Beautiful
son.
song. Kiss of death. Mwah.
So like that mindset boggles me because I'm like,
We haven't made it.
stars that haven't.
You haven't made it.
That's about to be the title of this shit.
Yeah.
You haven't made it. We haven't made it. We're all trying to make.
We're all trying to.
Like, why are we doing?
I have that conversation to myself.
Why are we
all
doing
the
this?
time? Like when I see people shit. Because one of the guests that I wanted to have on here, shout out to Crystal Lee. She had posted. This was back when like we was still semi-locked down. We was kind of teetering on the line of being back outside for real. And she had started posting these random lists of like her favorites. Her personal favorites.
I remember this.
So personal favorite. Singers in Connecticut, producers, rappers, male, whatever. She caused a tizzy in the city.
I bet.
Because people thought they should be on that list that weren't on that list.
Because they was like, yo, there's people on this list that wasn't on this list. They was like, yo, people feeling like, yo, I'm better than this person. It's like
Personal.
So I hit her up. I was like, it's personal. I was like, so y'all motherfuckers can't read neither.
Niggas don't read.
You're right.
They don't read anything. They don't listen. Niggas don't read anything. They don't read books. They don't read instructions. They don't read rooms. They don't read rooms. They don't read, or they do and they don't like to. And it's
weird because I'm like,
they selectively read.
It's so annoying.
Yeah,
Selective.
they selectively.
Like they read a whole sentence and just pick words out of the sentence.
You
Top artist, Connecticut.
Yeah.
They're like, why am I not?
I'm not on there.
Like,
what you mean?
I'm not on that list. No, bro,
but she
not because you don't have anything mastered.
she literally prefixed every single one with my personal favorite or my top. So I was like,
yeah.
So I was like, where's the disconnect happening? See, this is why. More reason as to why we all where we still at today, because shit like this happens and you got this ego,
right? Because
they missed the part of it being IMO.
Yeah.
Right.
They missed it being IMO.
And
but it's like
you're
but
mad
my thing
at
is,
a list from somebody else
that you don't even know, most likely.
who, one, you don't know, and number two is also not on.
right.
Just like, you know what I'm saying? So like it's all subjective.
So that's the thing, right? If somebody like, all respect due to, like, if somebody like Crystal Lee, a list can get you that upset. Imagine when if you make it.
Oh,
and that's not
it's
to
gonna be
downplay
even
her at
worse.
all. But yeah, if it's
Danny,
somebody that like the nation and the world knows,
because Twitter tears people the fuck
Danny,
apart.
you could attest to that. How many people was mad when they didn't make the tribe cover?
Oh, I know.
That's crazy. It's like you don't have the skin for this.
How many verses did we have when Kendrick said he's the king of New York?
Oh my God!
Why do we have people from Connecticut on that shit? I didn't understand that.
Because Connecticut,
Connecticut, York. That's why.
We are Metro New York. Come on,
the sixth borough,
right?
They feel
the sixth borough.
That's what they used to call us back in the day.
Fairfield County is still Metro New York, so
So they feel
I feel like Bridgeport in its own is New York itself. Just Bridgeport.
We act like it.
A lot of people that come from New York.
The West Side is Brooklyn.
they be like, damn, this kind of like home.
Right. That's why they keep moving here.
Like this ain't too far.
It feel like home and it's cheaper.
Yeah, the West Side is definitely Brooklyn.
So it's like, yo, like you said, like if a list like that from somebody, who's not known, who's still trying to get on and still, pushing their music and stuff like that, then like you said, when it comes time that you actually there and you got that, you gonna be hurt.
Right.
Like you gonna be hurt. And I was like, and for me,
gonna be crushed.
When she posted that, like, and it was crazy because it's like she wasn't doing this maliciously. She wasn't doing it
she was
performatively
doing it to promote people.
If anything, she was promoting people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I was like, so just look at it like that. And like for me, I had I'm not even gonna say had, like me and him don't talk anymore. My boy Matt, that's literally, he was one of the first people that I was like, you know what? You actually took the time out to like look at the list and like listen to the people on this said list, because we were both nominated at an award show years ago that Janae Saxon had set up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
So we were doing a show at Murphy's for comedian Jackson, when he used to do them out of Murphy's again years ago. And I'm sitting by the bar. Matt walks up to me. He was like, "Yo, are you Denzel?" I was like, might be. Do I owe you money or something? He's like, nah. He's like, I was, I seen your name on the list that for the Connecticut Independent Award Show, and like I heard your stuff. Like he goes, I listened to like everybody that was in our category and stuff like that. Nice. And I was like, oh shit. And we've been tight ever since. Yeah. And we've done stuff together. We've been in the studio together, and we still have this relationship. So it's like
no egos.
Yeah. Right. And Janae has even said, like, she's reached out to me and Matt to do projects, and you know how Janae is of anybody in the city.
Right.
Yeah. Very
Janae is inside.
Humble. She's the one that
you want to be linked. Right. I'm not gonna say who I seen her on the inside with recently in the studio with, because I think she gave me the confirmation, but I'm gonna let her announce it when the time comes. Because if I was right,
that's your business.
It's not my business. Come on, I keep it secret.
Yes, sir.
But when I was like, that looked like the back of such and such's head, and she replied with this emoji like. Hold on, you right?
Hold on.
Listen.
This brother got.
This nigga said the back of your head is ridiculous.
I know the back of your head.
What in the CSI forensic investigation?
Do not mess with me.
Like, I know the back of that head.
I know the back of that head. I know I ain't who I think it is.
Yo, you see that nigga earlobe?
I know who that earlobe belongs to. That must be him.
He got 2 or 3 rolls on the side of his neck. Right. I know that's that nigga.
I know that keloid back there. So like when she sent me the emoji that kind of like it looked like she was confirming that I was right, I was like, oh yeah, nah. So when she put that together, and it's like her of all people, I'm like, yo, like if you could just set your ego aside for a moment. And she had reached out to me and Matt, because she was like, I need y'all. She's like, I want to know if y'all. She's like, if y'all would be down to be on this record with such and such. I forgot who the artist was at the time, but it was industry rapper that needed like a singer for a hook or whatever. But she was like, I came to you and Matt, because she's like, I went to these other 2 artists, and she was like, their egos were too big for me.
Yeah.
And she was like, nah. She was like, and I know that y'all can do just as good as them, if not better, with less of an ego.
It's learning the difference between having an ego and being confident.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
That's the
facts.
That's the distinguishable difference between the artists that are stars that didn't make it, and guys like us that we're confident. You know, everyone's got like a tiny ego, but it's,
of course,
it's
right.
Yeah, we're confident.
Yeah,
right.
But that's the difference. That's what makes us approachable and easy to talk with, and like sit down and have a conversation with and talk music over somebody who's got an ego that's fake confident.
Like, why you got me sitting in here with this nigga? Like, I don't even like.
But like, and it's something even as simple as this, yo. Like, y'all know I love karaoke. That's my shit. We all play a part in certain shit. Like, I know motherfuckers that don't want to do a song with me on karaoke. Like, we're literally just doing karaoke. Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
They don't want to do it because they feel like I'm gonna outshine you. I'm like, yo, I'm about us sounding good.
Yeah.
This is like performing to me.
Sir,
like,
this is karaoke. Relax.
Like, it's karaoke.
This is an American Idol, sir.
Like and I'm just like, yo, we having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you fuck up, you fuck up. I'm here to help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have people. They thought we was a group for the longest because we were so in sync with it was. I know my strengths. He knows his strengths. He knows his strengths. That's all it is.
And if Connecticut as a whole, when it comes to the artists, could understand and move in that with that thought process, it'd be interesting to see like what wonders we as a state and city could do, because it's like everybody's got their strengths, whether or not you want to admit it. Everybody likes to think that they've got it all, and it's like, nah. Like, it's, like I was just in here again with Scooty Sims. We was doing the record together. I wrote it.
Oh, I seen the live the other day.
Yeah. I arranged it. We was in here. Netta was in here and everything. And once we started actually laying the vocals down, the first thing we understood was there's 2 different kinds of voices on this record. So we have to
figure that out.
We have to figure this out.
Got to align them.
We have to align it. We have to line them up to where it makes sense.
Yep.
You know, because I had to tell Alex, I'm like, listen, I was like, you got a big, your voice is bigger than mine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the first thing I said to him, because when shout outs to Vizzy, who was engineering part of G Studio, he was like, he was like, his voice is, big, he's the powerful voice, and then you're the softer voice. And so we were working with that, and I was like, yeah, we're basically Johnny Gill and Ralph Tresvant. Mm-hmm. And once I said that, Sims was like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm like, that's how I communicate. And so it's like, people need to understand, like, if just because your voice, don't compare voices, because there's been a number of songs where it's like there have been two completely different voices on a track, but they've worked.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
Because everybody knows their part.
Because everybody knows their part. Everybody knows how to run it. And they understand, like, okay, this, I have to come off this way because they come off this way, but it's going to work nonetheless. And once you know your role, you can make this shit work.
As long as everybody's in the same mind of making the best song and not trying to be that guy on the song.
Everybody, it was like, yo, it's not about, this song can't be a competition.
Mm-hmm.
Right. R&B isn't competitive like hip hop.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's a little different, right?
Did he try to make that shit competitive? So I don't know.
Huh?
Who?
Did he try to make that shit competitive? I don't know.
And where's that now? Where's Day 26?
With that singing,
and Danity Kane right now.
No, but 112 said they used to have to do that too, though.
I'm not surprised.
I mean,
but
it's Diddy.
Yeah, that's Diddy. But it's like it's
love.
It's
love.
Yeah, it's not a competition, especially in R&B. It's like, yo, we just have to make this thing work. So with Connecticut, I think, like, if everybody is willing to, admit that, hey, it's like, yo, this person is better at this, so and you can learn from that person. Like, learn, like, again, it's all circling back to the egos. You gotta throw that out the window, because none of us are experts in this shit. Yeah. We are all constantly learning about this shit, and even working with Scooty and everything in that space at that time a couple nights ago, like, I was on the other end of the boards, so I'm like producing.
You was Rick
him.
James.
Like, yeah, I'm producing him. Yeah,
and
like,
the party all the time video.
Yeah. I was like, there it is. Like, you saw the live. I was like, there it is. You got it. I'm
here like the party all the time.
So yeah, I was literally exactly. So I was literally, and it was different for me because it's like I'm actually like curating and arranging for somebody and like giving somebody instruction that's not myself.
Isn't it fun?
It's very fun.
It's so much fun.
It's cool, and it's like, and he received it so well because it was like, one, I'm gonna come fun. Like, everybody know, like, I'm easy to work with. I'm not like I'm not, again, ego. I don't
leave the egos outside.
I leave that at the door. Like, we're
too
both,
much energy.
Right, it's too much energy. We're both here to create this record that we know is gonna slap. So let's make it feel good.
Right.
That's it.
You did there.
Yeah. Oh, I told him that on the live too.
Patent pending.
Like, yeah. I was like, oh, this feels good. Like, we got to make it feel good.
Yeah.
Synth, when I started working with him, like, he'll tell you, he's like, D's the melody guy. Yeah. He's the pen. He was like, I go, like, when I need a melody or I need him to write, like, he's like, Denzel can write his ass off. Denzel's the melody guy. And I accept that, but he also knows that he's the beat guy.
Yeah.
Like, he could freestyle some stuff if you need to. Like, we know our strengths and we bring it together and we make fire. So if everybody moved with that same energy, imagine what the fuck can happen out of this city.
I'm telling you. Like, I was supposed to be on a song with Omar Wilson, and I'm like, no, I will arrange this for him. You're out your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
I know my strengths, and it ain't with him.
Yeah.
I said, hey, how would you do it like this? And then double that. And then do this. He's like, oh, that's actually dope.
Yeah.
Omar fucking Wilson.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Like,
Yeah,
you just got to give
know.
certain things and know that it's not, we not stepping on toes. We're not trying to, take away from what it is. Now, I will say, for me personally, I do limit the amount of people I bring with me to the studio because I just don't want the extra chime in.
Yeah.
Because then like the more suggestions you get, it takes away from what is yours.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then now it becomes 5 other people's records.
Yeah.
So like I limit to who, and I bring in people who I know
Can add
can
to it.
add to it.
Right. Yeah. You need people that
Yeah,
can add
you need
value.
people who can add
Right.
value
Yes.
to it. And again, like that particular night, I did want Symphony in here, and Simpson asked, he's like, you know, why you want? He's like, I'm not, you know, trying to be like, yo, I'm trying to be secluded. I was like, nah, I bring Symphony because like when we do harmonies together, he can hear shit that
you can't hear.
I might not hear,
Yep.
but we bounce off of each other. I was like, because then if he finds a note,
Mhm.
I'd be like, oh, here's another note we could throw on that.
Right, it's
and
like
again,
Jimmy Jam and
yeah,
Terry
it's
Lewis
Jimmy Jam and Terry
or
Lewis.
Chad and Pharrell.
and Pharrell. So it's like again, like when you have that cohesiveness and again, like there's no egos. I was like, everybody that I work with closely has no egos. Like I've worked with Unikron and Adam on records. There's no egos. Like we come in, we make heat, and we like, all right, we
That
got
was it.
That was
I'll
it.
talk to you later.
You know, let me know when the song's out, and of course I'll promote
Yeah.
because it's half my shit too. Like I always look at any song I feature on as half my shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm on this, so I'm gonna promote this shit too.
Mhm.
Because now Adam's fan base is now gonna hear me.
Yep.
Your fan base is
And
now
that's
gonna
really what
hear
it's
me,
about.
And that's what it's about.
Right.
Like we did Ain't Gon' Front, and when he sent me the numbers for that, like that was one of his highest streaming songs at one point. I'm like, shit.
It. Yeah.
For people on this level, this is what features are about. It's just sharing fan bases.
Sharing fan base.
Shit, even people at the famous level, like there's people I didn't hear about at all until like they featured on somebody else's record. Now I'm looking for their music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they killed that verse that they did.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Or they was real good on the hook, so now I want to hear your own music.
I became the biggest Thundercat fan after I heard To Pimp a Butterfly.
Understandable.
You know who I was like shocked that I never heard a project from, but I don't know if like I know D-Dub's a Talib Kweli fan. I think you are. Vinia Mojica. She used to sing a lot of his hooks, and I would go look for her
you know why?
projects, and like there was never an album from Vinia Mojica.
Because sometimes people know their strengths and they just use what they use their tools for what they did.
That lane and just
Right.
ride it.
Because nobody wants another album of Smiles and South Star.
What you want, huh?
You know what's crazy? There's a song they had before that, and probably nobody remembers it at all. It was like, who wants this? It was one of the worst. It was I was like maybe like 10. Yeah. The beat was crazy.
That wasn't on one. That didn't make it on 106.
Yeah.
No, it did.
No,
it did.
It did. That's how I heard
did.
it.
That was definitely their
shit.
first
It did.
song.
It was top 10.
It was like their first like mainstream song.
It was definitely
Oh,
like
wow.
2004 music,
That's
without a
Yeah,
question.
I was like,
It was definitely.
No, it was.
It definitely had that Nick Cannon.
It was definitely 5X Y3t.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Bandana music.
Nah, the
Nike
headband
sweatband music.
the
With the-
headbands.
with
You
the
ain't never played.
rhinestones.
You ain't played ball in your life. You got a fucking headband.
Headband, wristband.
And wristband.
Over the do-rag,
What
though.
was that about?
I don't know, but I'm guilty. So
I did it too. I did it too. I got
We all are.
right,
that is what it
I
is.
wore an American flag do-rag.
Nah.
bro.
never
Blame
went back.
Dipset.
I hope those pictures
Blame
don't exist.
Dipset.
I will.
No, I do. I got a picture. I got a picture.
I did try to do the paper towel bandana
Oh,
before, but that didn't work out. I just tried it because I was so
I didn't get it.
I was enamored. I was like,
didn't get
what
it.
is the science behind this?
How do
does
you
that
make a
actually-
paper towel
How does that
bandana?
actually
You can't
work?
use dollar store paper towel. It
You
gotta
gotta
be
use
bounty.
Bounty.
I had- that shit had to be
Bounty.
like 6-ply. I wanted to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You gotta take it,
Fab
fold
and
it.
Jada Kiss.
You
Yeah.
gotta fold it like 30 times.
I still don't know how to do the
Like 10
t-shirt.
sheets.
I still don't know how to do the t-shirt on the
Oh, the t-shirt on the head? I did. I was guilty of that too. I knew
I
how
did
to.
that
I knew
shit.
how to do that.
Yeah.
That was my shit for a long time.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Shit, man.
Simpler times.
Oh, very
I can't go outside with a t-shirt on my head now. I get clowned.
Nah, I probably would still do it. I don't give a fuck. I still when I'm feeling real funky and fresh, I'll still throw on 2 different colored Jordans if I feel like it.
No, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody does that anymore.
Absolutely.
I see that every now and then.
Shine does that. Every time I go to get a haircut, Shine got on 2 different color sneakers.
No. Those actually came out like that.
Okay, see?
So I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's talking about like some number 4s and
the ones.
Yeah.
I know your
that's
ankles killing you. As the case, it's not fitting right.
Zero balance.
No.
Like walking like
No,
this,
no,
like, the whole way through.
No, it's the same shoe, but just a different color.
Oh, okay.
I was about to
That's-
say,
okay.
the ankle
So
support
So not like
is-
4s and 6s.
No,
Night
no,
and
no,
day.
no. That's
Fours,
just
different
weird.
colors.
That's weird. I'm sorry. I'm not there yet.
about to say that.
I'm
Like,
not
if you
there
take a
yet.
step, you're like, you go
Like
up.
I ain't wearing one low Travis Scott and then one high Travis Scott. It's just weird to me. I
That would
don't
be
know.
wild. Yeah, you'd be like just leaning the
Yeah,
whole way.
right.
Just trying to show
just
that you
stand
got
at
the
a
money to have
Yeah.
both pairs and shit.
Gravity is off balance there. You ain't even there yet.
Walking around
Like a
limping.
boot.
I'm
like
not limping. It's just my
wearing
sneakers.
a boot and a sneaker looking like Wayne Head.
Just my swag.
Okay.
They still say swag.
I don't know.
I don't even know if they
Drip.
say that anymore. Drip.
It's drip.
Dripper,
Oh, yeah, it's
drip
drip
or
now.
drown, drip,
It's drip.
drip or drown. You know.
That
My
shit's-
splash.
I say it every now and then, but I'm
What,
just joking.
swag?
No,
I just-
no drip.
drip.
But sometimes that I hear that and it just makes me.
But,
think you
okay.
got something.
Because we're all around a certain age in this room, so it's like, do you ever just say some shit? It's like, damn, I feel old just saying that shit.
sometimes.
Saying fat. Do I still say fat?
Yo, I said
I
fat
still
the
say-
other day.
I still say one when I hang up.
You do, yes, you do.
One is never gonna stop.
I
It's
still say
always,
one.
always gonna be one.
Yeah.
I say fresh every now and then, but fresh kind of never.
Nah, fresh kind of
went
never.
away.
Yeah, it never went away.
You ain't
But-
say funky fresh, so you're all right.
What you talking about, Jive Turkey?
Hey, sucker man.
Nah, but I was
All
like,
right then, now, young fella.
I did catch myself like, damn, that was fat. Oh shit, what they don't say that
They
no
don't
more.
say that no
Shit.
more. They don't say that.
Damn, yo.
Bring back blazing.
Bring. Nah,
I still say that about food.
Y'all niggas still say that?
I still
Nah,
say
I
that
don't
about
say that
food.
about food.
Nah, I
Say
say that
blazing.
about
Yeah,
food. I'm like,
blazing
yo, this
always
shit is
gonna be
blazing.
high.
nigga.
I think when I talk about a woman, I say fine. I'm like, yo, she fine as hell.
Nah, I say it about food. I'm like, yo, this food is blazing. I don't care.
I say banging.
Yeah, I
Banging-
said banging.
banging-
Or now,
Bang
bust.
word.
Yo, this shit is bust.
I don't say that. That's
Nah,
what
I-
does that mean?
Once
Nah.
I heard my 7-year-old cousin say that, I was like, well, that's for the youth. That's-
This is busting.
This is outside of my age.
yeah,
range.
then
Yeah, I don't.
Right.
she was like, this is
TikTok thing,
bussin'. I was
Right.
like, yep, I can't say that. A 7-year-old just said
Yeah.
it.
Like ASAP with his "I'ma come clean." I thought he thought that was gonna catch on, but it's only him that says that.
I don't even know what that
Yeah,
means.
he'd be like, "Yeah, no, I'm gonna come clean, yo." Like he would say that like every 5 seconds. Like, "Nah, for real, I'm gonna come clean."
What does that mean,
What
though?
is, yeah, what is the definition?
So that's
of
the
that?
thing. It has
So
two
where's
different.
Urban Dictionary.
Like I'm gonna come clean is like basically like I'm admitting, and then it's also like, yo, like I'm fresh. Like he had different ways. He's like, "Yeah,
I
I'm gonna come
understand
clean."
come clean, like, yeah, I was lying and now I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
all right.
But to come clean,
Yeah,
Like, is that a new way of saying I'm gonna keep it 100? Like,
like there was a kid.
keep it a buck?
Like, I went to high school with this kid who seen me after years. We graduated, and he seen me like out and about, and I was dressed. He's like, okay. He's like, what's good, brother? He's like, yo, it's good to see you. See, you know, you still looking pure. I was like,
pure?
pure,
Like
Huh?
crack?
like
Like a virgin?
uncut cocaine.
Facts. Facto.
Thank you. I think.
I was like,
Factory.
Faction.
Yeah.
looking like I've been
I got to a
baptized.
point. I got to a point where I was sending text messages and actually write the word factory and then like use the emoji of the factory.
I almost threw this mic.
Fax machine.
Fax
I do.
machine, right?
No, I do the fax machine.
Oh,
I
but you do the fax machine.
Yeah, I do the fax machine with the B.
Yo, you do. You and my other boy be doing that. And the first time he did it, I was like, why you? Oh, facts, B.
Got him.
I
Made you
see
think about
it.
that one.
Yeah, that
This
was
guy.
good.
This guy.
Yeah.
He's a clever one.
Listen, man.
That's so smart. Where'd you come up with it?
Like, just think, yo, like the slang, like 20 years from now is gonna be so wild.
Yo, it's gonna be insane.
First of all, it's just gonna be letters.
It's just
Yeah.
gonna be
It's just-
noises.
it's gonna be like, I you. Just like,
Right?
Nah, it's gonna be
Right.
But like, yo, Lucky, what's good?
Like,
I gotta admit, I'm glad Fleek died.
I never was with that.
yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that
I
one,
never-
that
I
was
never-
a rough one. I
I
was
never
like,
subscribed.
And
to
fellas,
that.
can y'all stop doing the for me? Because it's not for us.
I don't
Oh, no.
do that.
Oh,
I don't.
it's
For me? No, we don't do the for
It's
me.
the blah 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 for me.
Nah,
I hate-
There's
drives
one
me
worse
nuts.
than that. I was at my brother's engagement dinner. His fiance's
Oh,
best
boy.
friend I'm sitting at the table and she's like, they're like early 20s. So I'm sitting at the table and she's like saying something and she goes, "Not me eating my steak and it's red in the middle." And I looked at her and I was like, "Not you doing what now?" And she's like, hey, not me taking a selfie at the dinner table. And I'm like, "But you are."
You see how that'll work?
I know exactly.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know exactly.
It hurts.
Not you coming in here looking like that.
Like, are you talking in second, third?
I don't know what it is.
Is it fourth person?
They breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, like what is it?
Yeah,
Are you Deadpool?
I was
You're
like,
Deadpool.
This is Stranger Things.
No.
You open the portal to the demigod.
Like it hurt. Like it hurt.
You in the upside down now.
It's like you sitting there and you just like, cause you like, and especially when you don't know that person. Like
I just look at you like you're fucking
You
weird.
just look.
I'm gonna rip you. I'm sitting there. I'm like, this poor girl. I probably like really hurt her feelings if I say something like that I want to joke around about. But she's just like, not me. And I'm just like, you know what, Jordan? I need you to tell your sister, your girl's friend, just not say anything within a 5-foot vicinity.
Not me saying
People
not
I'm
me.
actually feeling physical pain.
People out here just talking and fucking.
Not me having to tell your sister to shut the fuck up.
Hey, I'm real close.
They talking Instagram captions and it's weird.
Yeah, little cute snapback phrases.
Yeah.
I'm not here for it. No.
Like, can we have an actual conversation? Like, or do I just need to scroll down your timeline and know what you about to say?
About to start walk around with a sign like I'm accepting payments. I accept African American vernacular. I accept the Queen's English. I will not accept social media jargon.
Yeah. I stopped talking to a girl one time. She was fine too, but I stopped talking to her as soon as she used 3 as an E.
Like in a text message?
I'm like, first off, I find it was stupid, but it was also genius because it's like, I find it fucking stupid that you're using number 3 as an E, but I also find it kind of crazy that you could type as much as you type and do all these 3s.
Oh, so she just kept.
Like, it was consistent.
It was very consistent.
And so
like, she never missed one.
So it was on purpose.
Right. Like, it would be
Is
like.
that like how Crips don't use the B?
No,
and
that's
they
like,
put C for everything?
No, yeah. No, well, not
or
C. It's not a K they don't use.
Or it's a K.
They don't use
whichever one it is.
They don't use the K. And then that's when it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
but that's cool. But like, then you had the booklet bit bookies.
Yeah. It's like that?
That video was hilarious.
No.
That's a funny video.
No. It's not like that. But here's the funny thing about it. Like, she said the word me and wrote ME one time and then put an asterisk 3. I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Nah, I gotta go.
Done.
Blocked.
We was using those for MySpace headers. That's how we were spelling things back in the MySpace.
Yeah, it was, it was cool. It was, edgy. It was different. It wasn't for everyday conversation.
It was for the time.
Right.
I even still bug out when I see things in all caps. I'm like, why are you yelling at me?
Stop yelling at me.
That's my thing.
Excuse me. Lower your font.
You're at
yeah.
You're at a 10.
How dare you?
Because I know I use caps if like I'm trying to emphasize a word. Mind you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
yeah. There's always like
context.
Yeah.
Right.
Context of it.
We do
like, oh my God, this shit is crazy.
Right.
What's crazy?
Yo, son, I'm saying you trying to go up the street to the store, bro, or what? I'm like, bro, why are you talking in all
Why are you yelling
uppercase?
at me?
Like, just ask the question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm a reasonable guy.
Texting's getting lazier now. People just start sending voice notes. Which
I'll be honest with you.
That's
what I do.
like
they do.
Voice notes work.
They work.
So voice note me to death. I'm like, God damn it.
But it's like when you when you do it, it's after business hours. Like, I'll be getting voice notes at like 9 a.m. Like, bro, I'm at work right now. And I can't
Well, that's the thing is he'll do it because he's at work.
Yeah.
So he'll be like,
I work from home. So,
because I drive literally around Fairfield U, so it's kind of hard for me to text. So like, if it's
he'll just be like,
and that speed texting, man, fuck all that. They don't know our vernacular.
Yeah, nah, I don't do that.
That's why I just do a voice note.
The voice note is
it's so much easier.
But I'm like, yo, I'm in a spot where I can't listen to this shit right now, bro.
Yeah.
Like, then did you hear my voice note yet? No, I forgot about it. It's hours later.
And then
now.
if you really want to like, all right, fuck it, let me hear what they say. Bitches and titties and titties and bitches. Like,
Can you come to my office, please?
they standing behind you like the Marge and what's it, Lisa Me.
Yeah,
He was like,
that's a bet.
I'm waiting for the day that one of these dudes send me a voice note where they talk about somebody and I'm standing next to the person as I listen to the voice note.
That's why you gotta, again, read the room, read the text. First thing, when I'm on the phone with any of my boys, oh, yo, who you with? Who you with?
Right.
I am hungry as fuck right now.
be like,
Shit, I can eat.
Yeah.
You got me on speaker.
Right.
Like,
Yo, you on
Right.
speaker?
you on speaker?
Hey, right.
Nah, I do answer the phone. You on speaker right now?
Yeah, you do that.
Right.
You do give the warning.
Is the line secure?
Everything kosher.
Who's around? You alone right
Right,
now?
just so you know, you on speaker. You coming through the
Facts.
car.
Yeah,
Word.
no. I got it hooked up to the Bluetooth.
Yeah, the Bluetooth.
You had any other questions though, Smooth?
Nah, man, that was pretty much it. I was just about to say if they wanted to plug anything, because I know my man Adam got a new record, Bravado.
Yep.
Is it out yet?
Yeah, it's out.
Okay, it's out. I gotta tap into that.
April 18th, I dropped it. It's produced by the E. The E is he's based out of Danbury. He's actually done some tracks for like Vado.
Does he spell it with a 3?
Okay.
Nope. No, the actual letter. Yeah. A lot like the New York, like the like the New York hip hop artist. And I've done a couple tracks with him. I got 2 with him on my previous album, and then we just did this one. I got another single next month I'm gonna drop, and then I'm gonna take like a couple months to get this album I'm working on done. I'm gonna that's gonna be like my last project that I'm gonna drop as a whole, and then I'm gonna start focusing on other things. I'm still gonna make music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna be doing all that, but my focus is gonna shift to more like helping other artists on the things that I picked up and learned in the last few years. Because like during like the pandemic, when it happened, you were around for it. Like I would shoot these like 1-minute freestyle videos, and like they would do like a couple thousand views, and then I started messing around. Like when the PUA money started coming around, I was like, you know what? Let me throw some of this money on the marketing. And like I started learning how to do that, and I had a video I did. It was called the Massacre. It was like a 1-minute video, and that was actually in the video. Yeah. And it was like the Halloween cipher like freestyle video that they made like as a joke on World Star, but the beat was nasty. So I did a freestyle to it, and I marketed and promoted it overseas, and it got like 300,000 views. Like people were commenting on it. Like the video on YouTube got 24,000 views. Like my followers went from like 700 to like 5,000 in like a month.
Nice.
And I was like, all right, bet. And I learned how to market. So like, thank you. And that's when my stream started doing numbers, and that's when I started to learn that stuff. But I'm at the point where it's like, I don't want to be the face of my music.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want the fame that comes with being an artist. I just want my music to be heard. So if it's as a writer, if it's as a development, but yeah, I've decided this is where I'm going to start to kind of shift myself from that's focusing on myself to focusing on helping other people get past the years of like that lull where they don't know what to do to help break the streams up and get it to push. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people, like there are a lot of people with talent.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if there's something I can do to help those people do that, get to that next step, and then let them figure it out from there. But there's a lot of artists stuck in that plateau and that lull. So I want to get them over that hump.
Because that's something I've noticed about you. Because like I said, man, I followed you. We worked together and everything. We literally became friends over music through a mutual friend. So we had that. So yeah, I think because like I always say, I'm like I gotta do better. You know, it's like Spotify, you kill it and everything like that. And I'm like, how does even Spotify work? Like, how do we get these crazy listeners and followers? But he's got the Midas touch. So yeah, definitely. And I was about to say, this dude he puts out albums. Like every time I turn around, I'm like, this nigga got a new album. Shit.
So you like Gucci Mane?
Yeah. You gotta keep hitting them with product
every week.
Keep hitting them with product.
It's one a year. I do one a year.
Okay.
But they're always like 10 track albums.
Yeah.
No, like
they're never long. They're never like
Like the longest one was my most recent one, and that was like 13 songs, and one of the songs was a free remix. Sorry.
Okay.
To one of the songs on the album, but it's like
nobody has his attention span for that.
No, that's the problem, and that's the other thing is like I'm also as an artist like the whole point of an album is like the whole picture.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I take more pride in how I structure the albums than I actually do in the music sometimes.
Mhm.
Right.
Because I want you to like hear something. Like it's big with
So
like,
you write for the project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then that's the whole point of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you write music and you're all over the place, that's where you don't know who your sound is because
Right.
you're trying to.
That's why I
You're
tell
trying to
people all
make
the
a song
time.
that's
It's the
lit.
difference between Kendrick and Drake. Every
Yeah.
Drake album sounds like a playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drake-
sound like somebody else. Somebody
Every
else.
Kendrick
It
album
literally
sounds like an
is.
album.
Right. They need to
Yeah.
bring back skits. They need to bring back intros and outros. And then
Kendrick
that's when
has
you
all
can,
that.
That's when you can have a 16, 17 track.
Cohesion.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Kanye's
Flow.
last 2 albums were literally playlists. I like them,
Yeah.
but they were literally playlists.
Listen.
21 records.
Yeah, I'm all set with Kanye after my Dark
Pablo?
Twisted Fantasy.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm good.
I used to say the
Damn.
same.
No
I used to
808s
say
and
the same
heartbreaks.
thing.
No,
I'm with you.
I just
No, 808s was before.
808s
I'm
was
saying
before.
that was my
Oh.
break. Like I think if that album didn't come out, if he did the whole graduation series, those 3 albums,
Man,
and then
listen.
went right into Dark Twisted Fantasy, he would have had one of the illest 4 album runs ever. But
Yeah.
everything that's not those 4 albums,
So
to
you're
me,
not
I
808s?
am all set. you can always tell when Kanye was going through something
Yeah.
in his life
Yeah.
by the dramatic shift in his music.
Mhm.
Like you think about it, the first 3 albums, and then what happened?
It was supposed to be
His
good
mom
ass job.
died.
for
His
the
mom-
What
fourth
his
one.
mom die or was it him and Amber Rose broke up?
Oh, that was 808s. Yeah.
That was 808,
That was
right?
also when his mom died.
Yeah.
And then-
it
and
was the
then-
same thing.
Dark Twisted Fantasy, and then I don't remember what else happened. And then we got whatever
No,
that came after.
Dark Twisted Fantasy is when they broke up.
Okay, one of the I
Yeah.
knew something
Oh, yeah,
happened,
okay.
but you could always tell. You like
Yeah.
this
He
brother.
like loses himself a little
It's
bit.
crazy.
inside his
brother's
head.
It's-
going through something.
It's kind of like, literally though, if you really think about it, the albums are movies. Up until
the movies
Pablo.
I don't want to watch.
Up until Pablo. Because it's like, it's like 808s and Heartbreak, his mom died, he finds Amber. Right?
Yeah,
Then my Dark Twisted Fantasy, him and Amber on the
Movies
rocks,
I
he
don't wanna
finds
watch.
Kim.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And
it's
then
like
it was
they just
like,
yeah.
and I mean he has had songs here and there, and I'm like, all right, but as
a whole collective album,
cohesive
yeah, I can agree with
project,
that.
I am all set
Yeah.
with Mr. West.
No, I get that all the
just-
time when I
Yeah,
see this.
right? It's
I
just-
agree.
Yeah.
It's the difference. Like when we got into Kanye, right? It was
Right.
it was
Right.
It was all the other albums. It was Late Registration. College Dropout. It was
It was music that made you feel
Graduation.
good
It
too.
was like, wow.
right, and it was like, but there was like like it made you feel good, and it was like a great vibe.
Yeah,
and like
great project.
there were bars in it. Like
Right, he's
that's,
not the best
Yeah.
rapper in the world,
right.
but he had some shit
he
to
had
say
some
in
shit.
those
He-
first
he
3
was
albums.
saying
together
something.
really good projects, and then
Yeah.
And then it just kind of was just like experimental sounds. It's like when I tell people all the time, like you said with Drake being playlists, like his music is at this point he's just experimenting with other people's sounds,
Yeah.
and people are paying their money to provide that ability to just experiment and see what it works.
I'll be okay with not having another Drake album.
I'm good on Drake.
I was okay with not having a Drake album after his 3rd album.
I've never liked a Drake album.
What?
So
I am so serious.
his 3rd album to me was his best.
Nothing
one.
was the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
That whatever. So I was looking forward to him. For
I
his
didn't like
first
Take
album.
Care until I heard, I think, what was the album after Nothing Was the Same?
Views from the Six.
Was that the one we were sitting on the boat? and
Views
on the
was
cover?
after,
Is it
damn. Views was
I think it
after
was- I
Nothing
think
Was
it
the
was-
Same?
I think it was Views.
Yeah. Views.
I think so.
That's the album that Joe Budden called uninspired and sent Drake into like a whole like
tizzy.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wasn't wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, if you listen to if you listen to his albums, none of his albums really sound inspired.
That's what happens when you got money and you
His,
don't got
his-
The first one?
his first album did not sound inspired at all.
You didn't think so?
It was very. There were a couple of joints.
He
on
was
there,
trying to make
but
radio hits.
He was trying to make radio hits. It
Oh,
was- it
that's
was-
what you mean by inspired. Yeah,
It was very
the hunger
generic.
was gone.
Like
Well,
it
that's-
was nothing.
It was not a comeback season.
Yeah. Yes.
It was very generic. It was the same thing with J. Cole's first album. To me, J.
I'll
Cole's
be honest
first
with
album
you,
had
man.
joints, but it was not what I was
Nah.
like. Damn, I said this is J. Cole. J. Cole's first album sounded like it could have been a Drake album.
And I'll be honest with you, this
And I was
last
like,
album was okay. Last album was
But which one?
Wait,
The
what?
off season?
The off season?
I liked it, but I'm like,
Nah, off season was it.
albums after the only one that
I didn't care for Your Eyes Only.
No, I didn't like that.
It's different. That one's different. That's more like that was a very slow burn album.
That was
very slow burn.
That was regurgitated Forest Hills.
Right.
Just like
I could dig that.
Untitled was regurgitated To Pimp a Butterfly.
Right.
But I loved it.
I wasn't
it.
expecting too much out of the Untitled.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I said, all right, bet this 7 tracks. I said these got to be throwaway tracks.
Right.
I mean, sometimes they'll surprise you with the throwaway tracks because you think about it. Go back, Jay-Z throwaway tracks, Nas throwaway tracks,
Kanye
Tupac
got some throwaway tracks.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of crazy too.
Those when you get those, like my unreleased Nas collection, I'm like, God damn! I said,
The lost
these
tapes.
are throwaway. No, not even shit that didn't even make those.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, these shits didn't make the album. Like I was not expecting to get that from, you know what I'm saying, like the Untitled and shit like that, because they, that's not how they are nowadays.
He was actually like, because all the Untitles he performed. They were performance records.
Right, they were performance
And LeBron was like, yo, I want these on what's it? But it didn't sound the same as the performances.
No, don't
because
get me wrong.
They were great.
Those throwaway
They were
tracks,
unmastered.
they'll definitely smash a lot of stuff that's out right now. But for that particular artist,
What the white man
say?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
So what you got to plug, Kron?
My phone is dying. Last project I put out, back at been almost 3 years now.
Shit.
Yeah.
You about right.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
You about right.
Look, somebody in the engineer booth is really getting on me about that, and rightfully so. I really do need to get up on that.
Yeah.
But it's all good till it ain't. Nice, short, sweet, 10-track joint.
Mm-hmm.
It is on all streaming platforms, so you can find it there. You can find me, Instagram, Unikron_hip-hop. I'm on Facebook, Unikron hip-hop. YouTube, Unikron_hip-hop. So it's definitely out there. That was a nice little record. Denzel is on it. He's on track 5.
I'm on track 5.
Yeah,
yes,
okay,
yes,
now.
track 5. Yes.
Yes, track 5, Addiction. It was nice. It was nice to work with the brother because it's always good to work with somebody that's easy to work with.
Mm-hmm.
And Denzel, pause, is about as easy as they come.
I mean, who?
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I have something in the slow cooker. I got to turn the slow cooker back on.
I got some irons in the fire.
A couple things. And, I don't know how y'all do it around here, but, you got a couple rappers in here. I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, you guys needed a little, because you said I don't like to rap in front of people last night. I didn't forget that.
So are you like Cypher?
So, you want a couple of bars or something.
Go for it. You want to put on a beat, D-Dub?
He might not even need to do that.
Oh,
you know
shit.
what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Turn off the beat.
Acapulco.
Acapulco.
You know how Unikron get down.
Hey, yo, D-Dub.
Alex, you do
Cut the beat.
I could do whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now.
I know he does because I
He said
sense
you can't throw a beat
feel
on?
his aura.
You can't throw a beat on?
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Do your thing.
My thug fizzle.
Yeah.
So, my man Teef referred to me as a god MC. Pardon me, I got no interest in camaraderie. Scratch that. Come take a ride with me. Through the pen graveyard, where all the dead poems and the bodies be. Now, obviously, I'm an outlier to the dichotomy that every 3 or 4 bars gotta contain a robbery. But possibly they spotted me. Like Dex said on a Triumph beat, please don't discuss trying me with tired schemes or rhymes about lean. Barely stand for nothing. That's an old school prosthetic leg, nigga. The irony. Who the fuck set me up like Fed wiring to come back in this era of terror and de-homonym? Ad homonyms don't work. Sun wiser. Bars open tops. No cap. That's sun visors. I'd advise you. You don't really want to face him. Turn you upside down. Lowercase n. Check your phone keyboards for that one. And I don't punch lines. I punch lineage. Word to ZU and the Gullah Warriors emblem. I'm on their ass from jump. Nobody scrimmaging. Indiscriminate with this penmanship. Let's get it in. Because in the mic life, you probably the bite type. But you'll never match me. You shouldn't swipe, right? In hindsight, you done found the wrong Tinder. Step into the booth, the ground be all cinder. With killer instinct to pound all these contenders. Chopping shit up all around like y'all blenders. Crowns all headless, hence faith broken. Send them up the rough side of the mountain. I hope the gates open. Cause I'm a Rappity rap nigga, that actually rap nigga. Your favorite act like what he does is actually rap nigga. But in fact, if he rap nigga, then rap niggas automatically feel attached soon as he rap nigga. I fall back. Sadly, it ain't the case. Heard him knocking on the door. Glad it ain't the Jakes. Spazzing in my face to save foes from eating hell. Or doctors picking their ass up like a BBL. The scent of victory be the sweetest smell. Bumping Crown Wick in the whip till the speakers fell. My drive keep on trucking, just got a CDL. Hope their visions is good so they can see these L's. All's well that ends well. Textured speech patterns, you feel them? They all braille. I tell no tall tales, your shorty should need me, cause Mean Deal flatten her stomach like green tea. Shit is easy.
Easy.
Acapella.
Right.
We do a little work.
Acapulco. Why you ain't spit that last night, man?
Yo,
You'd have had that motherfucker going crazy.
It was his off day.
Listen, bro, I was off last night.
He
know.
be chilling. Shit.
He was
I was off the clock, bro. I was eating good food, having drinks, and enjoying my lady. We
Eating
were
right, getting good rest, either on the bar or the phone.
Yeah.
Oh man, pressure's on me now.
I'm about to say, boy, come with it.
No pressure, brother. No pressure.
Come with it.
I said, no pressure. Oh no. Too strong. I will not fold, cause pressure make diamonds worth my weight in gold. I carry my burdens, the weight of the world. They counted me out, now they chanting my song. They text like we loved it, you really put on. But they ain't text me though when I lived in my car. That's why I got drive and it's taking me far.
Mm-hmm.
I promise I'ma do it, give it all that I got. I'm not selling my soul though, just these cars off the lot. I'ma always keep grinding and taking my shots, cause even D Rose scored 50 when they said he was washed.
Mm-hmm.
Since day one, they done counted me out. It's all fun and games till I'm sunning these clowns. I'm on my way up, won't never look down. I got the keys to the kingdom. Now where is my crown?
Come on with it. Come on with it.
It's light work. It's light work.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I said brain is fried. That honestly, like, when somebody comes like with so much heat, sometimes I'm like, damn. You know,
You're like, damn, yo, I gotta match that energy.
That's where
I gotta match that.
Competitiveness, like,
It does.
You know what I mean?
It
That's
does.
when it kicks in, and then like, I'm not in that type of environment all the time where I'm like, damn, I gotta just be on it, like, ready to go, just hot, just start throwing heat. But
Oh, timely drop.
wow.
Take your time, Pastor.
Yeah, it's all good,
man.
brother. It's all good. We here.
You know what I mean? I take pity for my adversaries. Taking L's, never my vocabulary. I'm up short like the month of February. I'ma rip your jack, it's getting kind of scary. Lord, forgive me for my sins. I know not what I'm doing, cause the devil lives within. I wrestle with my conscience, only I know where I've been. Becoming who I wanted, all I did was just commit. Yeah, I'm fried.
It's cool.
It's the liquor.
It's all
I like
good.
it.
It's the liquor.
It's all good,
Picasso.
yo. Picasso. It was the liquor. But definitely go check this brother out. He's he's got Heat. It's 30. It's called 34.
34.
After Giannis, that's a fire record. So he essentially saw the Heat and Giannis, and before we
Right.
honed in on.
Yeah.
So that's off Black Friday.
All pro.
That's right. All
Yeah,
pro.
because I have like a little album
Yeah,
series.
I'm on Black
Yeah.
Friday.
Okay.
You're on
I'm
Black Friday.
I'm
So
on
what I
Black
did was
Friday.
my first ever anything was an EP. It was semi-pro.
Okay.
And then like a year later, I dropped
Nice.
Black Friday.
yep.
It was
Yeah.
an actual album. And then I do every other. It was a in relation to like semi-pro. So semi-pro was the first one. Black Friday was the second.
Okay.
The third one was all pro.
Mhm.
The next one was I Am Adam Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And then this last one's gonna be like as my
All
bow out,
Madden.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be like my way of bowing out.
Word.
But yeah, so I mean that's gonna be the plan. That's it. You know, we're gonna structure it like that, come out like that, and that's gonna be my bow out.
Well, you just let me know if I could pull up on that.
Yo.
end.
Hey.
Come
Listen,
on now.
This is what we're here for.
What we
I'm
here
with it.
for.
I'm with it, bro. I'm definitely with
We
it.
here.
After that, definitely want you on.
Yeah.
That was it.
Dude.
All
That's
right.
it, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through.
Appreciate
showing
you
love,
for having us,
chatting
brothers.
with us. Absolutely.
I mean, we family though. You know, we family at this point.
This is facts. This is facts, y'all. So it's been real. Episode 80.
You're listening to the Rhythm and Brewz podcast with your hosts, DJ DW, Prince Latif, Lucky Lefty, and Mr. R&B Smooth.